Hello and welcome. Today I'm back on some BeamNG doing another controller versus wheel challenge. I have been enjoying this quite a bit, so I'm going to do Rallycross this time, as I suggested in the last video and saw a couple comments saying I should definitely do Rallycross. So I've got the Sunburst loaded up, obviously the Rally variant. I kind of wanted to do the Cherry for this one because it is a lot closer to a Rallycross car, but I didn't really want to repeat vehicles, even though I did use this for the track version, but you know, oh well. Figured the Sunburst is still a pretty good rally vehicle, definitely the tried and true, definitely the best one before the Cherry came out. But alright, we've got 5 laps. Again, I'm going to look at the overall time, not that closely though, but just kind of see. But kind of look at the individual lap times, see if I'm more consistent on one or the other, and then also we'll see the individual fastest lap and how much faster it is. Now I know I said this in the rally video that I did, but I do actually feel like there's a chance I might be faster on a controller for this one, because even more so than the rally, I use a lot of parking brake for like Rallycross stuff. So on the controller it's pretty easy to just smack my right bumper real quick, whereas with the wheel I do actually have a parking brake I need to reach over and pull. So you know, we'll see how that goes. But this is a little custom kind of circuit that I made specifically for this, and free room, I was just messing around and just kind of like started doing this little loop here. Really enjoyed it, but obviously it's not a layout in the game for time trials, so I just made it real quick so that way I could do the time trial for it. So alright, and I do like it because there's a few big jumps and some technical sections. Like this little uphill chicane is honestly a lot more technical than it seems, because it's very easy to overcook it. Done it many times. Man, getting a little sideways on the ooh. I almost didn't stop for that corner. It's another thing too, on the controller it is very, very hard to get the braking just right. Kind of messed up that corner, but yeah, very hard to get the braking just right. But I have messed with some settings for the wheels, so that might help. We might overcook it. Okay, no, we're good. I thought we were gonna crash there, which would suck since we're on the last lap. I'm gonna try to keep the outtakes and mistakes in, just so you can kind of see the consistency between the two as far as like actually playing. Oh, we almost hit that. All right. Sweet, so we finished out the 5 laps, and I have pretty short lap times. And interestingly enough, right in the middle was my fastest lap. So overall, we did a 2:56. But again, that's just kind of loose as far as the comparison goes, because really we just want to see what the fastest lap is. So a 34.2, which is pretty decent actually. I think in testing maybe I ran like a 35. I don't really remember, but a 34 is actually pretty quick as far as what I've put down just in testing. But I haven't done a whole lot of testing because I still want it to be pretty fresh, you know. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead, set up the wheel, and we're gonna load back in with everything the same and see how it goes. Alright, so we've loaded back in. I've got my wheel set up. Quick warning, I'm using a G29, so that's a gear-driven wheel, so you will probably hear a lot of background noise coming from the wheel. I've tried to do stuff to help with that, but it doesn't really work too well, so yeah, just be warned. A lot of noise coming from that, but quickly, I'll go over the setup I got. So I got the wheel, then I have a shifter, which is set up in a sequential shifter mode, and then I've got my parking brake that I actually have to reach over and pull as well. So a lot to think about. Again, we are gonna see which is faster, and I think it might be the controller this time, but We'll go ahead and see, which is why we're testing this. Went a little wide in the first corner there. All right. Again, trying to take this section a little careful because it's very easy to overcook. Ooh, getting a little squirrely on the landing there. Almost overcooked it into there, but again, the first lap's always going to be a little slow, so I'm not too worried about it. We forgot to use the handbrake, so it's kind of hard to get around that corner. But again, I think it's a 34.2 that we're looking to beat, so kind of messed up that section. This is another kind of slow lap, it feels like. I'm going to try to not look at the time because I will get distracted by it. That was a decent section there. Again, use the handbrake. That was fairly decent around that. Fun little sweeper. Alright, trying to focus a little bit. Again, getting squirrely there. I kind of messed up that section, but that's alright. This is a lot of movements going on right now. Alright, we are on the last lap. Oh man, I'm pretty sure we just broke the wheel there. Oh, that's a bummer. Let's go assess the damage. Oh, it actually looks alright. I probably should have kept going, but I would be very surprised if that wheel isn't tweaked a little bit. But I do want to leave in the mistakes just so I can show kind of the consistency while driving. As you can see, definitely a little harder on the wheel because I've already messed up. And I didn't even look at the times, so I have no idea whether or not any of it was a bit faster. But let's go ahead and give it another go. Yeah, I really butchered that first corner. Was completely in the wrong gear, didn't even use the parking brake. Alright. Alright, take it easy on this first lap so we don't have to restart. Overcooked it a bit in that hairpin. Oh, I thought we threw it away there for a minute, but that's alright. Not the greatest way to start off the lap, but that's alright. Again, the most important thing is the fastest individual lap. Oh, we're going a little wide there. So that's what can happen if you're not careful. Oh man, I think the wheel might be alright, so we'll just keep going. Yes, the wheel seems straight enough to me. We almost overcooked it again. Alright, that was a lot better there. Alright. Sorry, I'm focusing, 'cause this is a fairly decent lap, so. Okay. Not really too happy about the way how I started off this lap, because I was a little sloppy, but it's got to be at least one good lap in there. We overcooked it. It's alright, we'll just go through the bushes. Okay. Whew. Alright, definitely a lot sloppier. But, as you can see, we did beat our time for the overall. So, that means consistently we were running faster lap times. And as you can see, they were all actually in the 34s except for that first lap, which is kind of surprising because I made a lot of mistakes. But we did beat our time, so at 34.0. So we definitely were able to put in a faster lap on the wheel, but I will say it is much easier to do on a controller. That was a lot of movements going on, kind of forgetting what gear I'm in, and yeah, it's just a lot when it comes to Rallycross. Very tight technical style circuits, so we were able to beat the time, but it was very difficult, and I did have to do a redo because of that mistake there, which we probably could have gotten away with, but either way, I appreciate you checking out this video. If you have more suggestions for a wheel versus controller type thing, whether it be maybe like some street circuits or maybe like even Baja or something, let me know in the comments, because I do enjoy this little test comparison. So either way, hope you enjoyed the video, and until the next one.